All right, I'm gonna match it up with these, but this has a weavier pattern and this is more of a straight pattern. So I'm like, it'll match the second bundle, but not the first one. And I kind of like the pattern of the second bundle better. But she was like, oh, well, you know, I can't exchange it for you now because it's past the 14 days. Hey YouTube, it's your girl Kim back with another video. So in today's video, I'm sure you guys can tell by the title, we are going over Indian hair textures. And I feel as though I've made a video about this on my channel before, but I feel as though it's necessary to go over it again because the confusion amongst the hair companies is just, I just don't get it. Alright, so let's just dive right into it. Just going to make this video short, straight to the point. We're going to be talking about the three textures: Indian straight, Indian wavy, and Indian curly. So, I have been attempting to buy Indian hair for quite some time now, and it's been a rather unsuccessful mission. So we have the three textures. So this is Indian straight, but I also want to show you this is also Indian straight, and you're probably like, this looks like it's wavy. And the reason Indian wavy is kind of like an in-between texture to these. So this is Indian curly and wavy, and the shorter the hair, the tighter the curl pattern is going to be. So obviously this is shorter than that, so you're going to see where it looks like it's curly but it's really wavy. This is also Indian straight. Now, as we all know, everyone's hair texture is not exactly the same, which is why this is Indian straight and this is also Indian straight. The longer the hair, the heavier the hair, the looser the curl pattern is going to be. None of this hair has been processed, right? So when I say processed, I mean like to alter the curl pattern. What I have been finding lately, you guys have known if you've been watching my vlogs, sorry, it is hot. If you guys have been watching my vlogs, then you would know where, you know, like I got a closure, the closure was the right texture, the second time was the wrong texture, the third time it was like in between, but it was still more a straight texture than it was a wavy texture. This is the texture that I'm looking for, right? And I'm about to possibly try like a different hair company because at this point it's becoming a lot, right? I feel as though this is like borderline curly, but then also wavy, and I'll show you why, right? So I have a bundle here of hair. See, this is Indian straight. Indian straight. This is Indian curly. So you see where you can see where it looks like it's curly? Then you see like some waves on the inside here. I think I like the mix of the textures because the Indian curly just gives me a little bit more volume. But I'm just having like a hard time with getting the right texture. I'm gonna grab this just in the back. This is also Indian curly. But I've been ordering hair from two hair companies, Lux by Viv and QB Wig Collections. I really love the experience I've been having with QB Wig Collections. When I tell you her customer service is top tier, her customer service is top tier. And if you guys have been on my channel, then you know, we go back and forth with hair companies. I don't like to do it. Either it is or it isn't. And the level of customer service I've received from her, even though I've gotten incorrect orders two times. The last one, if you guys watch my vlog, you'll see, what I'm referring to with that. I would still buy from her because it's just like the accountability, like the willingness to accommodate a customer, not just as an influencer, but as a regular customer as well, because one of my followers said they purchased hair from them and the customer interaction was just top tier. So I say all that to say, like, some of these hair companies, as much as I like you guys, I feel as though they need to do a better job of figuring out what texture it is that they're actually sending to you, because it's just a lot. I had an interaction with Lux by Viv. I'm going to show you guys the closure that I received. Oh, it's over here on the mannequin head. Alright, and I really have to say this is my fault. It's 50-50, right? So this is the texture. This is after it's been co-washed, right? Clearly we can see this is Indian straight. Indian wavy would pretty much mimic a texture like this. These are worlds apart. She insisted that I send it back so she can exchange it for me, and I was like, no, I can use it. And then after matching it up, because I was like, I'm gonna match it up with, initially it was supposed to go with this, but obviously that's not gonna happen. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna match it up with these, but this has a weavier pattern and this is more of a straight pattern. So I'm like, it'll match the second bundle but not the first one, and I kind of like the pattern of the second bundle better. But she was like, oh well, you know, I can't exchange it for you now because it's past the 14 days.
So as you guys can see here on the left, you can see what her return policy was before I had an interaction with her. Now 7 days later, it's saying that it's 3 days for her return policy, which obviously was never the case, as you can see by the dates that I have highlighted on this screenshot.
And I feel as though, and this is just, you know, not knocking her, but I feel as though if you want to exchange something for someone, doesn't matter how long it's been, especially if it has not been used, it shouldn't be an issue. She's like, you know, send me a link for her return policy, and I looked at it, and all it says is that you had to contact them within 72 hours, which I definitely did when I received it, because I'm like, hey, it's not the right texture. But, you know, I gave it the benefit of the doubt, because sometimes when you get hair in a package, when you co-wash it, the texture really comes to life. So I did reach out to her within 72 hours. I just took 2.5 weeks to decide on, hey, you know, well, this is not going to work out for me. And then she said no. And I was like, you know what? I just didn't say anything because she didn't insist that I return it so she can give me the right texture. But if I never used it, I don't see what the big deal is for you just to exchange it. Like, it's not like I'm asking for my money back. Now, that's just me. I do also work in customer service, and not knocking anybody, because like I said, she did insist initially. I just feel as though if you want to help somebody, you go above and beyond to help them. That's just my mentality. That's how I operate in customer service, but it is what it is. But I just felt like I needed to come on here really quickly to show you guys what textures really look like. So Indian straight, also Indian straight, right? Indian straight, you know. I think this is more of like an in-between of wavy and straight, but it's definitely more on the straighter side. Or maybe it isn't. Maybe I'm just tripping, because it looks like this here in the back. This is probably wavy, and this is probably curly, but I like the way this looks and falls on top of the wavy. Then we have Indian curly back here. So hopefully this helps you guys to clear up some things, and I feel as though all hair companies should watch this, because there's no reason why I should be getting the wrong texture multiple times from different hair companies. So I come on here, help you guys out. I'm still trying to figure out my Wednesday schedule, if I'm going to still do Wednesday videos, but I just felt as though this needs to be out there again as like a refresher. So thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, help me grow. But that's this video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.